Alright, so it's Monday morning. We had a beautiful, relaxing evening and afternoon yesterday. We had a good dinner here at Mike's Dauin Beach Resort. And let's just take a quick stroll around the grounds. You can use Mike's for daily use if you want to come down here. It's available from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entrance fee is 200 pesos per person. No outside food or drink, of course. They got corkage fees and all that. And again, the dreaded malady, no face mask, no entry. Please observe social distancing. And despite 18 months of basically no business, Mike's is still doing pretty well. They're maintaining everything. This is right here is like the luxury villa. I think you can rent out this whole thing right here. And this is like your whole personal little resort. These are the standard rooms all along here. Again, everything is well maintained despite 18 months of no business or very limited business. There's only 2 rooms being occupied here right now, but you can see the effect that 18 months of no business have had, and we're going to be checking that out in a minute. This is where you walk in. This is the business office. It's around 7 a.m. right now. So the only person who is here is the caretaker. Again, it's patty accredited. They got diving through here and stuff when the dreaded malady is not going. They have foosball. I always win foosball. They have a nice bar for your alcohol needs. Room reservations check in at 2, check out at 11. And we're going to be heading out around that time because I have to go to the hospital and get a COVID test because I am getting my ESI injection tomorrow. Every resort has its very large dog. This one is a bear. It is a black lab, and as people know, if you've had labs in the past, they like to eat. And he's been eating. Here's all your dive gear. They got everything you need. All Aqualung equipment, name brand. It's all right here. But it hasn't been used in a very long time. Here's your wash tanks for washing all your gear when you come back from your dive. And as you can see, and I noticed this at the, I think it was at Liquid Resort when we were there. The last dive that went out was April 3rd, 2020, leaving at 8 a.m. The Miley Kate boat, Apple Island, 8 divers, 5 snorkelers, 2 guides, Marlon and Gabby, and 31 tanks. So they were doing a number of dives out in Apple. That's what they usually do. After you use the pool, you can take a nice shower here. Get your kayak paddles. If you're staying overnight, you get to use the kayaks for free. And here is my family. Hey Zoes, how you doing?
I want to go swimming again.
I'm ready to go in the water. She spent a lot of time in the water yesterday afternoon. She got
cranky.
Because she got so tired, yeah. She loves the water. She's a water baby. So we'll be hitting the pool before we leave.
She's a walrus.
She's a walrus. Even though the water was pretty cool, she's got all the built-in insulation. So it's no problem. You sleep all right?
Yeah, you?
Slept on the floor, yeah. Slept like a champ. I have a bad back, so I actually swapped places with Janice. So Janice slept up on the bed in Chichai with Zoe, and I slept on the thin mattress on the floor because it gave more support to my back. But enough of that. This is the pool. It's a nice pool. Again, if you want to come down here for a day, it's a good way to get away from the heat, the congestion, the chaos of the city. And as you can see with the car when we came in, that's our car. You basically got the resort to yourself. Got a lot of lounge chairs. And it's another beautiful morning in Dauin. It's high tide. It's not a white sand beach, it's a brown sand beach, but I actually like the beaches at Dauin because as you see, they got these trees all along the beaches that give a good amount of shade. So you're coming down here, you got your little beach mat. You put your beach mat down and just enjoy the day. You got the breezes coming off the water. It's all good. That's probably the Miley Kate out there, the dive boat from Mike's. That probably hasn't moved in a long time. The only use that thing's getting is in the afternoon. All the neighborhood kids come down and they use that as a playground out there, which is actually pretty cool to see. You got Apple Island out there. Again, that means grandson in Tagalog. Filipino if you will. These are the kayaks over here. And you can take out the Hobie Cat. The Hobie Cat is 1,000 pesos per hour, I think. So if you like to sail, you can take this bad boy out. And again, if you're staying over as a guest, you get free use of the kayaks. I will not be kayaking because my shoulder blade cannot take that kind of abuse at this point. Hopefully the ESI injection tomorrow at Ace Hospital, the needle going into my neck, will deliver some reprieve from that ongoing pain, because man, I can't freaking take it anymore. All right, one thing I wanted to point out, we talk about the ravages of this dreaded malady. It's been 18 months. It's taken its toll on businesses. It's taken its toll on the world economy, national economies, local economies, taking its toll on businesses, taking its toll on families, taking its toll on people's mental health, physical well-being. And you can actually tell, actually this isn't a good position. Again, I love the layout of this place. Let's go check it out from above. All right, this is our little terrace. This is our little balcony overlooking the pool, which is very nice. Again, I was talking about the impact that the dreaded malady has had on businesses. And you can tell just by looking out right here, you can see the NEPA roof is in need of some maintenance. And you look up, you can see it's uneven. Usually it's all evenly spaced, NEPA coming down. This is actually a pretty cool thing they've done here. These are all metal roofs under the NEPA. So it's kind of like a fake NEPA roof because there's a metal roof underneath, but what it does is it affords some insulation from the afternoon heat when the sun's hitting it. It's hitting the NEPA, so it's not penetrating to the metal, so it's staying kind of cool. But yeah, you can see the NEPA needs some maintenance, but since they haven't had business in a year and a half, they haven't been doing the maintenance, because it's not, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Why spend money when you're not making money? And I'm sure once the restrictions lift and people start coming back in, they're gonna do the maintenance, they're gonna clean it all up and make it look beautiful again. But in the meantime, again, if you're tired of the congestion, the chaos of the city, come on down. So this is what the roofs look like. They're basically metal roofs, and they lay the NEPA down on top of it. And that's the way they do it. So I just wanted to note that as here at Mike's, it's the one visual representation of the impact, limited impact here at Mike's, that the dread malady has had. And again, it's just on the maintenance of the NEPA roof. And you can see there's actually foliage growing out of the NEPA over here. Alright, so that's basically the tour. We're gonna do some swimming before we go. We're gonna be having breakfast with friends before we go. And I'm gonna go have a nice 3-in-1 coffee right now. And one thing we noticed about Zoe, because again, we've all been stuck in our homes, is she gets really nervous when she's in new locations. We went and visited some friends at their house. They got a new house. That's that beautiful $400 house. The perfect house video I did. And she got really nervous in there and was crying. And she gets nervous. She got nervous here too. And she doesn't want to be too far away from her mommy, because her mommy is the security. Her mommy is the safety. Or if she's near the pool, she's also very happy. But yeah, if you, like when we're in the room, if you pass her off to me, or you pass her off to Janice, she cries. Chicha had to use the CR this morning, and Janice had to accompany her carrying Zoe. And even then, when you passed her, she cried, even though she was right next to you. But yeah, I have a feeling, because I started swimming competitively when I was 8 years old. And as everybody knows, swimming is great exercise. It was a great way to meet people, make friends, and all that stuff. I started in the 8 and unders, and I eventually went on and made the New Hampshire state team. But then I decided to smoke, and that didn't work out that well. This is one of Zoe's favorite activities, is looking at the water. She could just do this for hours, man. Her diaper's already wet. We gotta put her waterproof diaper on later. Zoe, you ready to go swimming? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5 little Indians, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Indians. Zoe, come on, give us some interaction here on our channel, yo. You gotta represent. What face is that? What face is that?
Disturb me.
Oh. Da, 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 da. Ah. What's that?
Hey, if you consider our work to be of any value, consider supporting us on Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you get a free copy of my ebook, and we do monthly Google Hangouts. So consider doing that, if you would please.